Yo, what is up, people? Today I'm reacting to LA's Gear Master from Digital Tour Bus. Thank you, Digital Tour Bus. And also, this video is brought to you by the super fan on screen. Thank you. This person became a fan of, became a member of my channel, and anything that they suggest is pushed to the top for early release. And you also get access to my videos before they get released to the public. So yeah, let's see LA's kits. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Alejandra Villarreal and I am the bass player of the band The Warning. Our new single, More, just came out, so go check it out. And I am going to be talking about my bass today. So this is my bass.
I haven't really heard LA talk, so this is like a good video.
This is a custom USA bass. It's an NS5 XL. I am a Spectre artist. I designed this bass with them. Everything from the wood and the material, the color, everything.
That would be really heavy. That looks really heavy.
Every step we did it together, to the inlays, which is the this is our logo. So everything we did together, and I really love it. We did special wood in the back. I think it's redwood to make the bass lighter, because most of their basses are extremely heavy.
Oh, it is light.
And so I just wanted to make it a bit lighter, but it's still great wood for the sound of the bass, and I feel like it's just perfect for everything we do with the band. So yes.
Especially the 5-string basses and 6-string basses, they need to make the wood heavier to be able to absorb the sounds coming from the fat strings. So yeah, basses are really heavy. Very
I started
heavy.
using a 5-string bass like maybe 3 years ago now, 4 years, and I quite love it. A fan actually gifted me a Spectre bass, a 4-string Spectre bass, like 5 years ago maybe, and since then I've loved Spectre, and I'm really proud to now own a custom bass. You can actually get this design, which is called Alice Inferno, in the Spectre website, and we just released a signature model, which is my model. It's a 4-string bass, and it was inspired by this original bass that we designed with Spectre. So,
that's
yeah,
very cool.
It also has my signature in the back, which is awesome. I love it.
Wow.
And
That's
the
cool.
last thing that we just added to this bass are lights.
Nice.
And so it looks really cool, but it's also really helpful for when we play live.
Those lights are good.
And you know, the lights are all over the place. It's just so I can
LED
go back
lights
and I
are
know
genius
where I'm playing. So these
in the
pickups
fret
are
holes.
EMTX pickups. I have, well, 2 normal knobs and a stack, I think, knob. That's how they're called. And this is regular volume. This is the blend for the pickups. This side is mostly this pickup. I use it in the middle. And these are the bass EQ. These are the high ends. I use it almost all the way up, not all the way up though. I use it in standard tuning, so it's B, E, A, D, G. Standard tuning all the way. The strings, I use the Dario strings. I use the NYXL 45 to 130, and I love them. They sound pretty good. They last a really long time, and they're not too bright, they're not too flat, I guess. But yeah, I love these strings. I don't have to
Dario make really good strings, I have to say.
change them out as often. This is my pedal board. I don't use that many pedals, but this is a preamp. I love this preamp
You don't need that many pedals as a bass player.
so much. I actually use
Not as much as guitar. Guitar you need a lot.
it. It was one of the first pedals I ever got, and then I stopped using it, and then I was like, I miss this pedal, and it's such a good preamp. Really, this is how I control most of the sound that goes out when we play live. I really like the bass to really cut through, since we're a trio. We feel like the bass is really important, so we really want to have that bottom end. But this also really helps us define well what I'm playing, because sometimes you really can't hear what the bass is playing. You can only feel it. I mostly own.
That's a good point, because it depends on, so every single venue that they play at, it's designed differently, and it will bounce sound off and absorb sound differently. So every venue, she would need to tweak it so that the right sound is being sent out. You know, it's quite tricky to do.
I use the Engage. I don't use the AGS, but this is the gain volume. It's not the volume, the gain. And I really just use it at half, treble, half. Everything is mostly in the half position. Bass, not too much, not too little. Mid frequencies, mid levels, they're all just halfway there.
It's a big misconception with EQ. A lot of people think that more bass is better, especially if you're playing bass. They think, oh, I need to turn the bass up. Actually, no, that's not actually true with EQ in music. It's very different.
The mix of this and my bass, it's really easy to be able to, be able to hear what I'm playing correctly without losing that bottom end. So I feel like that's really important to me, and this really helps me do that. As well as this other pedal, which is the dark glass microtubes. I love this bass overdrive. It's so good. I've also tried a lot of overdrives over the past few years, and this one is really cool because it's really easy to blend the overdrive, like the distortion sound, as much as you can or as little as you want it to. So it's not really overpowering, and you can still hear what I'm playing. Like, as I said, like you can hear the bass lines without becoming just like this mess of like distortion.
Yeah.
This is the overdrive. I usually leave it all the way up.
It's very easy to get muddy.
As much of it as I want, and here this is the blend between your normal bass sound and the distortion. I usually keep it almost halfway there as everything. So yeah, here you just blend it as much as you want, and it's really nice because you can still hear the original sound of the bass just with a bit of distortion on it. So it's amazing. I quite love it. This is my lovely tuner. You can't have a pedal board without a tuner. It's really important to me, and it also serves as a mute button. It's just muted, and it's really nice as well because even while I'm playing, I can see the tuner move around. So if I'm ever like mid-song and I have no idea if I'm tuned well, I can play a note and it'll tell me if I'm tuned or not. So yeah, it's just my tuner. This is the switch between my wireless, so I can use it. Normally this is for the wireless, and the wireless is at the bottom, so it's packed in here.
Wow.
So yeah, this is just to activate and deactivate the wireless pack. So yeah, this is what I use for live shows. I don't have this actually at home, but this. So
I guess if she's tuning, she deactivates the wireless pack to tune, and then when she's ready to play again, she turns the wireless back on, I think.
This is what we use for live shows. This is an Ampic cab. This is an 8x10.
Look how big that is.
And it's just that classic Ampic sound, which I love.
How big that speaker is.
This is a Mesa amp. It is mic'd and all, but we mostly use this for
look at that cab,
on
man.
stage and for like the people in front, so you can really feel the bass. I love this. It's honestly such a help when we're on stage, because sometimes you can't really feel the energy that the crowd feels. Like you can't feel it on stage.
That's true.
The amps like really help us to feel the bass. So mostly I just love it to have like a lot of bottom end, so I can feel and listen my bass on the outside as well. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our new music and go to thewarningbank.com for any other information you want to know about us. And yeah, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the super fans for suggesting that, and I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. But thank you for watching, and peace.